Good evening and welcome back to the Addams Family Mystery Mansion. This is part 3 in the finale to the Nostalgic event. The event that celebrates 1 year of this game being released. Isn't that funny? And you're gonna see exactly what I've been hinting at for the last 2 videos about how I ended this off. And you'll see exactly, but I will finish this quest and I actually am gonna get the new character, which we might as well now introduce here. This is Socrates. It is Wednesday's pet octopus. Now what's interesting about Socrates is that he's not the only octopus pet. In fact, Pugsley had an octopus pet in the original series. But for the purpose of the video, because this is based off of the movie of 2019, Wednesday had the pet octopus, so there he is. He's an interesting character. I do like him. He's he's a good boy, let's put it that way. But, I digress. Anyways, the last thing they posted on their socials was this image, which simply is thoughts on the nostalgic event. And, oh boy, do I have some thoughts indeed. And I'm not going to say it right now, I'm going to wait until the very end. Because, like I said, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this stuff. And, yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan indeed. But before we end up jumping into the gameplay, let's look at one last thing, which is this, which is actually another alternative to the post, the icon, as it were, which is interesting because I haven't started doing this. I just noticed that, that's weird. Why is this icon here? Little did I know that there was actually 3 of these things, and I know I ended up catching some of them, but not all of them. But if I do find some, I will show off. If not, then, it's whatever. Anyways, I digress. Let's jump into the gameplay and see where we left off. This is taking place on the 25th of September. So, let's just jump right in, and let's go ahead and continue on with this quest.
What are you doing with those weights, Pugsley?
Are you going to lecture me on how self-improvement is bad for me?
On the contrary, I want to join you. I want to get in shape too.
I'm in a shape. It's just rounder than I'd like.
For those that forget, Fester is trying to get in shape to impress his workout buddy.
Pugsley, I got a letter from an old sports buddy that is coming to visit. That's why I need to get into shape. How about you?
I want to show Mom that I can take proper care of myself.
I'm just glad that I'm going to have a workout buddy.
Workout buddies, gym equipment, 2 of them, and then have this thing. So yeah, it's one of those exercise things that wiggles that they thought that if you wiggled your stomach around, that'll end up causing like the weight, that you get thin by doing absolutely nothing. But it doesn't do anything. All it does is just jiggle your body. Good old technology. But yeah, anyways, this is interesting that they decided to do this as a side quest, but we're gonna finish off this quest as well as the events one, and then we're gonna go lead into the next event, which you will see in a minute. But for now, look at that, we're level 30 and we have unlocked the skin for the couch, which is, again, monochrome, because that's the theme to this update, which, oh boy, lots of fun stuff indeed with that type of thing, but I digress. Anywho, let's go ahead and, oh yeah, we have this too, because that's part of the thing. So let's just put this down and sell it, because we don't need it. There we go, bye. Right, so this is quite interesting as far as event stuff goes, and it's quite intriguing indeed because of the results of everything here. But it's not too bad as far as, oh yeah, look, my rows of newspaper stands, monochrome I should say, and yeah, unfortunately I didn't get everybody's costume like I've mentioned before, as well as other stuff, things. But what you'll see later on during this series is eventually I'll end up getting them, but I'll digress later, but not now. But anyways, we finally got the picture, which means that we can finally complete this one quest that we've left off on, which I believe was talking about the family night event. Yeah, this thing here. So let's go ahead and see the finished results of this quest, and let's see what next event is going to be, which I think I know what it is, and ooh, man.
We're looking to use crystal probe to check our tip pod its relatives. I think I see his light. It's coming closer. It's very bright. Oh, I see what it is. What is it, Grandma? Is it wisdom from the realm of the spirits? No, it's just one of Fester's light bulbs. Very funny, Fester.
Remember when I mentioned about the Fester light bulb thing? Yeah, that's probably why.
The Crow Scouts were a lot of fun. I wonder why we stopped doing that.
Because there's so much to do in the mansion without having to go outside.
We can still set up tents indoors and have a sleepover.
Now you're talking. We can chop up some furniture for the campfire.
Something to crow about. Ah, right, the Monochrome siblings thing. Which makes sense to have that be part of it. But, oh yeah, right. the crow camp. The thing where they seem to be so fascinated with making events based around camping, which is weird. Never stopped doing that. This is the only time they did it, I think. But, as far as I know. But one of the interesting things about this event, as far as the whole thing goes, is the fact that, it wasn't too bad as far as, like, it introduced, what's-his-face, Needlesworth. But anyways, hold on a second.
All this exercising is making me tired. Pugsley, can you pass me a glass of water?
Sure. Here you go, Uncle Fester. The jiggling made the water splash all over you.
Well, I guess that's one way to keep my water weight down.
Very funny.
Look, Uncle Fester, there's an astronaut workout program on TV.
If they show it on TV, it must be good. Let's start a countdown to fitness.
It says astronauts should always start with some boxing exercise.
I used to have a mean left hook. Come on, I'll show you.
New workout space. Place the TV and place that. Oh boy. This is going to cause some unfortunate confusion within the family, as you'll see later on. But besides the point, let's go back to what I was talking about before that interrupted, and that was the Crow Camp event. Yeah, so introduced Needlesworth, which was interesting. Interesting idea. Not really a best execution, but, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. One thing that's interesting with that, though... Oh, and by the way, I ended up buying this because I think this was on sale. But, anyways, with that in mind, one of the interesting things about the Crow Camp event was that it wasn't that bad. The story that I was talking about was kind of weird because the splash screen would suggest, oh, they're going out camping. But no, it's like, oh, the weather is bad, aka raining, which doesn't make sense because I thought they loved the rain. But okay, let's not think about that. But yeah, they're camping inside the mansion, so okay. So that makes as much sense as you think it does. But you know, it's whatever. But yeah, not too bad as far as the event stuff goes, but it's what it was. Anyways, we should probably put this down, and I believe that also finishes off this quest, which will go to the next one.
This doll sums up our sibling relationship pretty well.
Because we're on an explosive journey together?
I was gonna say because we tied together by family bonds, but that works.
So here's the funny thing that's going to come up next. The next event is exactly what you think it's going to be because that one has a lot to talk about. I'm not sure how much we're going to get to talk about it, but if you don't know what it is, here we go.
Do you remember the exciting competition you had in the gardening club, my love?
It wasn't really a competition. Mother was going to win from the start. Wednesday, we shouldn't brag. Besides, the best thing was finding a new friend.
Although Petunia still seems a little competitive, even as your friend.
Growing friendship. Place the flower pack and obtain the Monochrome lovers. And yeah, the gardening club. Introduced the interesting mechanic of the match 3. I will say that the event itself actually wasn't that bad. Despite that the items they kind of gave was kind of not like my cup of tea, because, you know, it's like gardening stuff and, you know, archaeological kind of digging up dinosaur bones and things of that nature. But I think I liked it because of the way they kind of tell the story, as well as the actual match 3 mechanic that came in. It was like, oh, this is a new thing, this is cool. Before it turned into, oh, I don't like this no more. Like, oh, thank God we don't have to do the camping thing for this one. But yes, because we packed or bought the last pack, or I should say when I bought the last pack, we've unlocked a new character, Socrates. So we're gonna put this thing down. And what's interesting is Socrates' little tank here is actually the same tank that it was offered in the store, except this one's green rather than the one in the store is blue. But there he is. Look, hello, you got Socrates. Look at the little guy. Look at him, Socrates' fish tank. But look at it, look at the little guy walking around, squirming around. Look, there he is. Look at him. Anyways, he only has one task, which is basically this. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go create art, or creating art. So yeah, this is one of those characters that, because he got introduced, he doesn't have much as far as animation thing goes, but later on, like every other character, they'll probably start to get some. Like we saw this with Kitty, as we also did with Thing. Yeah. Sorry, I was just wondering. I don't know why I was clicking on Lurch. I was fascinated by that. Anyways, this is what he does. You need a paper pile, which I think you got during the match 3 stuff. And this is what he does. He basically sprays the ink, and then the paper falls down. So interesting. Yeah, not bad. Gives us papers, which isn't really needed, but it's one of those, you know, if you have them, then that's cool. If not, then whatever. But yeah, and then we have Wednesday's other outfit, so now we can actually do this animation, which is, yeah, getting us the dolls. So she's gonna go ahead and do that for us. And, yeah, this is... I don't know what else to say about this event. I think I talked, when I showed this event off during the group, I actually heard a bunch of people say and suggest that this update was not the best as far as what was being offered goes, because they were like, oh, this is kind of lackluster, right? And they had a point, basically. But if you're curious, this is what she looks like when her event, so here we go. So yeah, this is her just swinging, and unfortunately the animation's kind of wonky because it's not in sync, so it looks kind of weird. But let's not think about it. Let's open the box instead. There you go, look at that. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not going to get all the costumes, but later on in the series I will, so, you know, don't worry about it. You're going to guess where. Oh. We ended up getting a new costume while also getting that finished, the box stuff. But yeah, we got Kitty, which is surprising. So there he is. So this is what he does, is trapped. So let's see this. Oh, so he's playing with the crystal ball. Just like he's playing with a mouse. Like any other normal cat would have done. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why this would be called trapped, but okay. Whatever, game. Whatever you suggest. And, yeah, we still have to show off Fester's, but eventually we're going to get to him once we unlock the panda skin for Bruno. Well, it's not really a panda skin, it's actually a panda bear, so it's not even Bruno. But, you know, it's just quite interesting how this whole thing kind of plays about. But, oh yeah, and he also comes with his own quest. Once you get a character, then and his quest pop-up is in the store, so... You know, now we will ask for certain things, so isn't that convenient for you? Anyways, nostalgic desires. Okay. Sorry about that. We're getting close to that, though. And, yeah, so... Yeah, but there's not much else to talk about when it comes to the you know, because it was almost... Like it was a month or so ago with the gardening club. But, yeah, I didn't mind it so much. It was interesting, and, you know, only slowly throughout time did I start getting tired of it. But, you know, it's whatever. Right, so we got that going on here too. So let's see this. Let's see what else. Well, not so lucky with getting certain things, but that's neither here or there. Also, I figured we might as well go into a break in a few minutes, but let's just open up some more boxes, because why not? Oh, and something's done, so let's click on that. Oh, and I got that done, so that's good. Alright, cool. Alright, so we got that. We'll sell some stuff here to get to the next thing, hopefully. Well, that's our luck. Ran out. What can I do? Oh, he wants another one of those, so I could make it again. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Yeah, because I'm trying to complete that. When I can do that, then it'll be all good and golden. And we're getting close to things, so that's kind of good. Although, I don't know if I did get things costumes, so this is kind of tragic with some of these costumes that I ended up not getting. And they're like so close to finishing it too, and as you'll see. And yeah, there's a few reasons why I didn't complete it, namely one of them being that I was sick during this time, so I kind of felt meh. The other reason was I was focusing on Goosebumps, which celebrated its other competition, which was a haunted school, which also had a monochrome theme. And oh look, we've unlocked Cousin It, so that's great. We got a new costume. Hooray! Look at that. Cousin It indeed. In fact, Cousin It in the actual show, I don't think actually wore glasses. I'm trying to think, because I think he wore the hat, yes, but I think it was just a wig and hair. And the original actor who played as Cousin It, he was actually talking about how it was kind of difficult, right? Like when he was going out to apply for it. Oh, and by the way, there you go. Oh, and by the way, since we finished this as well, yeah, that makes it convenient. So now we have to do this, which is the desires. So 14 of them. I don't know if we'll be able to do that per se, but you know, we'll try. Man, they still need some bunch of stuff here. So unfortunately, fortunately, Lurch is doing that. So if we can give Lurch what he wants, which he's actually making, which I find funny that they're like, I request this item, yet these items you can actually make yourself. So it's like they want an item that they can make themselves, and then they give you money for selling the. It's the logic of like this, like the what do you call it, the Animal Crossing thing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The whole, oh, give me this thing because I'm doing this other thing, and they're literally right there. I don't know, it's kind of dumb. Anyways, then we were during this next day, the 26th. I mean, we're still here on the 26th, but anyways, it's a few hours later. We're gonna do this, which is his animation, which is gonna be interesting. So let's just see what exactly it entails, and we'll go from there. But yeah, anyways, not too bad as far as the progression goes. But yeah, you need this table for the monochrome. But yeah, this is what he does, is basically like tea time with himself. Yeah. Cutting comics is what it's called, by the way. I don't know how this is cutting comics, but okay. And yeah, we unlocked that, but however, we're not finished because we also need to complete the lovers, yeah, the monochrome lovers. So once we do that, then we can move on to the next quest, which is interesting because I think you all know what it is, because it was the last update we did, and that had some implications as well, which is, oh boy, you know, that's all I have to say, because as you know, that was slowly when the stuff is starting to get annoying. And as you'll see in October and November, the next update and the update before then, we're going to have some problems as far as things go. But anyways, yeah, that will be interesting indeed. Oh, and then we also got to finish this off because, yeah, because there's no contest to do, so it's pretty much done. Right, so now we have to sell more stuff because reasons. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Anyways, a few more hours later, and we ended up unlocking Lurch's costume. So yay, look at that, we're unlocking some costumes, which isn't too bad. And the thing resetted, but oh well. Anyways, Lurch here. Hello, you're in your workout costume, but now you're going to be in that. And this is what he does. So And now he's going to go over to, I think, the camera. Yes, because he's going to try to clean the camera and is going to take a picture of himself. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. So this is called Flash. So let's see this. So anyways, he's kind of dazed. So let's see the animation reset itself. Or basically he's going to be like, yep, he does it. And then, bang. And then he's like, stargazed, in a sense, like confused of what was going on. But that's whatever. Not too bad. You know, again, could be worse on certain things. And yeah, we do have the 2 items that is needed to complete the next 2 quests. But we're not going to put them down because, again, we need the crafting first before we do that. Because I don't want to be, unfortunately, recording when we finish the quest like we do in some cases during this part. But you'll see exactly what I mean. But anyways, let's see how easy I can get this. And who am I going to sell this to? I'll hold off for now. Right, so you're done. That's great. And you're done there. Not too bad. Alright, so sell some stuff here. Sell this to Lurch. Yeah. And we're stuck. How much more? Ooh, okay, so just need 5 more. And then we'll be done with that. But that's, whatever. Alright, now then. We got enough money for the TV, fortunately, thankfully. So that means we got to complete the main story's quests. So let's go ahead and put it into Parker's room, because I think she'll appreciate the TV more so than anyone else, I feel.
Let me get these Pugsley gloves on, Pugsley. I'll show you my punching style. I just hit the punching bag. Ow, ow, ow.
It bounces back and hit you in the face. You sure can take a punch.
Well, if that's what it takes to get into astronaut shape, I'm up for it.
Fester, what are you doing?
Fester, you have some nerve doing that in front of the children at breakfast.
Nice pajamas, Gomez.
Dressed like that. It's shocking is what it is.
There must be some reason for your behavior, Fester. What is it? I'm just getting ready for the blast-off. I'm counting down.
Blast off to fitness, get this costume, do that, and get boxing. But we'll continue on that when we come back from the break. And we're back from the break. Hope you enjoyed, like Cousin Ick did with his cutting comics, which is basically just him drinking tea, I think, or coffee, or I don't know what he was doing. He was doing something right. But anyways, we have finally gotten all the items we need for this thing, so all we need to really do is change the costume of this into black and white, monochrome, and we'd complete this quest off.
The intertwining saber and rose of the monochrome lovers represents friendship. There can be rivalry even amongst friends. It brings out the best in us.
As long as there's no rivalry between us, Carrie.
Never, Gomez. You and I only compete in trying to bring true unhappiness to the other.
Aw, isn't that romantic?
Our first reunion here was so lively that I've already looked forward to the next one. Now that I'm around to organize things, the next one will be even better. I heard that, Sloan. We did fine on our own. Thanks very much. And we took a picture of the reunion to prove it.
A zesty reunion. Place the beach coaster, which we have, and get the portrait, which is the final craftable that we need. And, yeah, the reunion. Let's talk about that. It introduced one of the interesting mechanics, or the monochrome family is what it's called, but introduced a weird mechanic, which was basically that, oh, you want to have people kind of go in the swimming pool? Well, you need to get each fourth piece, or each quarter of the piece, and you have to play through the match 3 puzzle. So that's when it started to get really annoying. But anyways, let's go back to Fester's fitness.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of exercise. It's healthy. Astronauts do it. Blast off. Countdown. Astronauts? Fester is going into the space program.
Fester, have we not been welcoming enough? There's no need to go to space.
I can't talk now. I have to stick my exercise program.
Remember what I told you?
These elastic workout bands sure are hard to pull like on the video. It's no strength to say I can even pull them on an inch. Here, you try, Lurch. Maybe it's broken or something. It seems to work fine for you. It must have just been stuck.
Or you're too fat, that too. Strengthen the truth. Let Lurch just pull it, which we have seen and done before. And to collect the stretchy things, the workout stretchy things, which fortunately we actually ended up doing in the past before. You know, having Lurch do that quest actually will do that. But unfortunately he's busy flashing himself over there. Oh, and look at that, I got a lot of the pictures, so I just need the one, and we should be all good and golden, so that's great. So we'll finish that quest off pretty quick as well. But anyways, it's the 28th now of January, and, not January, what's wrong with me, it's September. Good. Anyways, he's finally done with that. So now we're gonna have him do the thing. Oh, and we also unlocked that, by the way, the costume for the gramophone, which is going to be needed for the last quest. But yeah, anyways, the family reunion. I was kind of meh about it, but you'll see near the end of the year.
See what I mean? Your reunion has no color in it, no zest. Even in black and white, there's plenty of zest in what family gets together. I suppose we did have an acceptable time. That's the highest praise coming from you, Anti-Sloom.
Man, I hope you've been enjoying these Chrome things, because the next one is going to be finishing everything off, and the family, spoiler alert, is going back to normal. So hopefully you've been enjoying my edited of the whole weird audio gramophone thing, as well as the black and white fuzziness, because again, they're trying to pay homage to the original series, which was done in the New Yorker, which was all black and white, but also the main show was done in black and white too. So it's that I don't know what I'm trying to do or say here, but yeah. But that's all the quests and animations, and then we have this one, which I'll end up talking about once we finish this quest off, and give you my honest opinion about it, because, quite honestly, I'm not the only one who thought this was very lackluster as far as event stuff goes, but, anyways...
We've had so many interesting adventures over the past year, haven't we?
True, Gomez. But I sense there will be even better things to come. We should have a family celebration as we look forward.
Let's get some music going. I know just the perfect song to play.
One big Addams family. Place the gramophone thing, which we have here, and have Morticia do an animation, which is only exclusive once. And not only that, but this is an animation that was done during the play, like during the main quest line, like the actual audio thing. Now, I did not show this because I played this game when it's in this beta, so it didn't fully get released. But if you're playing this now and you actually play through this is one of the quests that ends up doing, which is dancing. And yeah, that's the funny little thing that comes with it as well. I thought you appreciated it a little bit louder that time. Anyways.
The music made me feel creepy and kooky, and it turned me back into color.
We had a fun ride in Monochrome, but now our family's back to abnormal.
It was nice to remember our adventures. I can't wait to create more memories.
Maybe we'll make some new ones next Halloween. It's our favorite holiday after all.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, finished off the nostalgic event. And quite honestly, how do I feel about it? I get what they were trying to do here. I appreciate that. In concept, it would make sense. Celebrate the past while also paying homage to the past as well with some stuff here. The problem comes with the items they suggest and show off, which are basically generic items but done in skin color. Like, it was all about skins, right? Black and white type of things. And it felt very lackluster as far as wanting to get certain items go. So what ended up happening was you got people like me going, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to bother with this event. I'm done. I got the main story. That's good enough for me. And that's what ended up happening. And unfortunately, yeah. And he also does this now in his costume, so it's not a costume exclusive. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, needless to say, I'm not a big fan. But anyways, it's the 19th, the 29th now, and I got the chair costume. So yippee, you know. God. And here's the thing, I'm not the only person who actually thought this too. When it comes to the update, they're kind of like, you know, that type of thing, right? But he did mention something that was interesting, is that the next update is going to be their favorite holiday, which is my favorite holiday, and most people's favorite holiday if you're a creepy weirdo, and that's Halloween. The spookiest time of the year. The time where witches and goblins and ghosts and all the other spooky things come to life, and we celebrate it, despite it not being an actual holiday, but still people celebrate it regardless, and have sweets and treats and all that things and more, and there's different types of versions of it, but I digress. The Addams are going to be celebrating it, the next update, and I'm looking forward to that, because I think that one's going to be more fun and enjoyable, and I think a lot of people are going to be watching it more than these other ones, and that's just because I know you people what you like to watch. But anyways, here's the quest line.
Okay, you hold one end, Lurch. That's it. Stretch it out. Now, let it go and give it to me. Yo!
Uncle Fester just went flying past me. His workout must be going great, huh, Lurch?
Oh yeah, Pugsley, it went swimmingly well. That's why he flowed around, flied off the screen, because that's exactly what he wanted to have happen. And, oh look, getting something for Parker. I guess I won't end up getting Parker's skin. Oh well, you know, this is when I started not caring anymore. I was sick and I had other things going on, so I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm not gonna bother. Why even bother? It's not like I'm gonna put this into video format anymore. And oh boy, how I was wrong, because here we are now doing this. Just ignore the time.
Fester, what's this strange contraption? And where's all this steam coming from? Can a fellow have a little privacy in his own steam chamber? Look, I don't think any amount of exercise will make you an astronaut. Astronaut? You're way off base, Gomez. I'm exercising for my old board pal, Lois. I've got to look good when he comes to visit so he doesn't think I let myself go.
Honestly, not an astronaut. Yeah, place this. This is a sarcophagus. What's funny is that this sounds like an actual episode you would have seen in the old episode, like the old series. Oh, that's kind of cool. It has the foggy effect as well. That's, oh man, I actually like that very much. But anyways, we have enough money to put this down, so we'll finish this quest off pretty quickly as well. So, isn't that convenient?
So you're exercising to get back to your sports physique to impress an old friend? Yeah. I'm gonna look fit and trim so he doesn't laugh at me.
Lewis has arrived.
You go greet him, Fester. I'm gonna enjoy the sauna for a while. It's very relaxing.
Here we go. Here comes the payoff. So, what was Lewis like?
Gomez and Morticia, you'll never guess what happened when Lewis arrived to visit. He was more out of shape than me. He really put on weight. So I feel great, and I don't need to lose an ounce. And I'm hungry. Now that's the Fester we know and love. Welcome back, my friend.
Mama, let's cook up some special treats for Fester to celebrate.
Fester Optimal's shape. Get the Fester desire for new stew, and open up some cookie boxes, which we can't do because we don't have that available. But yeah, it turns out Lewis was even fatter than him. So, you know, he had nothing to worry about. It was all for nothing. What a funny inconvenience. But I digress. Anyways, yeah, there's that. It's the 30th, by the way, and we might move on to the next day, which we'll find out, which is, yeah, it turns out that is the next day, because we have Needlesworth here, and 3 days left before the event ends. We're very close. It's the 2nd, by the way, of October. Spooky month has arrived. Now, you might be thinking that I could just change the skin here, but it turns out no. It's its own separate item. Yeah. This Bruno is not a costume, believe it or not. It's an actual different item, which is weird. But, anyways, we actually now have the Koth thing ready for him to do his animation. And we're going to look at that and see what that is. And unfortunately, I think this is the last kind of exclusive skin costume animation we're going to actually see here. Oh, and look at that. Needleworth is offering me a thing, costume, which unfortunately I'm going to end up having to do. Not this time, but at some point during this questline stuff, I end up doing that. And yeah, this is his animation. So let's, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's take a quick look. So this is what he does. He kind of blows on his little electric, and then, oops, he dropped it. Oh well. Let's just hide that. Let's hide the evidence. Let's try it again. Yep, he does his thing, which is light bulb, and then, boom, drops it on the, Panda Bruno's head.
Oh, I'm really full. But I could eat a little more. I want to get into my optimal shape.
I thought you were done, Miss Fester.
I am. I'm talking about filling out to become a perfect oval. Good job. You're nearly there, then.
And we're done with that, and that means... Hey, look at that. We've unlocked level 20. The new quest has popped up in here. And there's going to be a joke coming up. We're going to take a quick look into this quest line, but we're going to go more in depth in the next episode. But we're going to start the first quest here. And you get this promotion with the rider stuff and all that. We're not going to do that. But there's a joke coming up, and I'll explain myself right after it. So just bear with me on it, okay?
I'm too tired for gym class to think about homework tonight.
I need your help, Wednesday. I have to write a book report on Little Women.
They were no longer little girls. They were little women.
Is it a book about tiny but fierce women who rise up against their oppressors? It's about sisters who grew up to become proper little women for their time. I hope that means they become witches or assassins. Something respectable.
Ordinary learning. Open up this, which is the writer's room, and have Wednesday do an animation. Okay, so I've never read the book of Little Women, nor have I seen any movies based around it or shows based around the Little Women book. But every time I hear the Little Women, that moment from The Simpsons pointed out to me when Mo was reading to the people within the soup kitchen, right? And he's just like, "Why don't you go to Mo's?" And it's like, I don't know. He's always closed around this time. I can't see why. And then later you see him reading Little Women to the guys. I don't know. That's just funny. Oh yeah, by the way, you could just buy it with coins, which I decided to do because why bother pay through money? We get an exclusive item. I don't care about the exclusive item. I'm going to do this here. Why not? Right? But yeah, anyways, we also have this costume, which we can only unlock. It's a common, so we'll probably get that just fine. And Wednesday also has a costume. But unfortunately, the quest is now finished, or the event is now done. And it's the 5th. And as you can see, oh dear, I did not get to the end, as you see here. Oh man, that is not good. A very sad face. My excuse? Sick. Sure. Okay, buddy, I was sick of this event. Yeah, no, it's other reasons that, by the way, that happened there. But yeah, that was a nostalgic event coming from me and how that worked. At least you got to see the story, so that's the most important one. I didn't get everything, but at least that was there, so that's important. So, yeah, like I said before, it wasn't my cup of tea, and a lot of people didn't feel the same way as well. So, it's what it was. It's not that bad, but still, it's kind of like, Oh, boy. But, the worst is behind us. Because now we're going into one of the best parts of the year, Halloween. Last year, we ended up getting a little update, and it wasn't really big. So this is going to be the first time we're actually getting an event style for the month of Spooks. And there's going to be a new feature that's going to be added into the game as well, but I'll explain that when we get to there. So be on the lookout for that. And find out exactly what the Halloween has in store for the Addams when we get there. But But until then, I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time for the month of spooks for the Addams Family Mystery Mansion. Until then, get yourselves prepared and ready, because Halloween season has arrived. I mean, it's coming, but thank God the nostalgic event is done.